Okay, so I made this video for my friend Nick. Shout out to my friend Nick. And actually, the funny story is that I was thinking about who I want to make the quotes from, and then I forget about it and went to my computer to find something else, and then I saw the picture with some quote on Russian language, and from 2019, I guess, and it been on my computer science then. So science, just science, yeah. So yeah, funny story, but you will like these quotes for sure. So there are four basic emotions: mad, sad, glad, and scared. And if you touch those emotions, then you can grab your audience, your reader. If you don't have much going wrong in your life, then you don't have much going on in your life. It seems to me most people make the mistakes of never building a following where they are considered a resource to their fan base. So when they do release the book, there will be somebody there to buy it. I read over 4,000 books in the last 20 plus years. I don't know anybody who's read more books than I have. I read all the time. I read very, very fast. People say, Larry, it's statistically impossible for you to have read that many books. The title's more important than the book. When I'm writing a book, say I'm going to write a parenting book, I'll go out and buy the 100 top parenting books, and I will read those, not so, not so I can copy them for sure. I write titles that are con confrontational. I write titles that make people want to pick up a book and find out more about it. I write good books. I write good titles. So, I have people who buy my books just so they can sit with them around and show them off because of the titles, especially the Shut Up, Stop Whining, and Grow a Pair. So the title is very, very important. You can't write a book and just accept it to sell itself. You know. You know? We are not building that better mousetrap and waiting for the world to beat a path to our deer. You got to build a market for your book. Branding is nothing but knowing who you are and what you do that makes you stand out from from everyone else. Then communicating then through your marketing efforts. Branding is discovering your uniqueness and learning to exploit it. I think it's easy to get a book in a bookstore. I think it's damn near impossible to get a book out of bookstore. I think one of the mistakes typically with authors, if they have written more books than have read than they would read. I understand what my brand is. My brand is not my information. My brand is me, and what I say is secondary to who I am. I am not so good at just throwing out facts and figures and education and all of that. I tell stories to captivate, that give people, that touch people emotion, that touch people emotionally. If you sell an information, and I have a lot of friends who write a lot of best-selling books, and they are selling information. They don't need to have a picture on the cover at all because they are not important. They're secondary to their information. To me, the information is secondary to me. No matter what I'm talking about, I can involve you into the story where you think it's you doing it. You are living it. I can remind you of the things that you went in your life, so you can go. Uh, Man, I had that happen to me. I've been there. I've done that. You look at what's going on in our society and what's pissing me off at the moment, and I just get my basic gut reaction to that, and the gut reaction usually becomes the title of the book. It's actually very good advice from this guy on the titles of the book. So, anyways, for future books. I think shorter books are going to become more and more of the trend. So I don't think you have to write big, long books. I agree with him actually. That will be one of your book's obstacles to reach more people. If it's your goal actually, but yeah. Anyways, I think it's more helpful to keep your books a sort of singular focus. Get it said well, fascinate people with your words, and then write another book. Yeah. So the whole point to make many little books than one big. I think it's not just for profit, but for helping more people. The premise to me is the most important thing that you have to know going in. Is the problem as you see it. So I write down the problem and as I see it. That is premise for my book. Don't educate people, touch them emotionally. Remember that people want to be scared, or they want to be made happy, or they want to be made sad. Yeah. This is why he advises to make a little books, because no one can comprehend. Most people, 60% of the people have zero internal monologue, right? So, like NPCs, so you want to make it as easy as possible, as simple as possible. Like if people don't want to read the Bible, right? New Testament, 120 pages where the Jesus talks about everything. So if they don't want to read the most famous book, you need to ask yourself a question: how they gonna read my book, right? If it's 1,000 pages. I mean, it would be actually very interesting if someone in future will innovate the, as he said, the trend, made a new trend of books like from for 10 pages, for 20 pages. Like imagine someone buys a book and tell to himself he cannot read it where there is only 10 pages, right? It would be epic, I think. But anyways, so it's my favorite from this guy. Favorite quote: the fact that you don't have any money is the result of all your other problems. You have thinking problems, attitude problems, self-esteem problems. You are lazy. You lack discipline. You lack goals. Your priorities are out of whack. Your biggest problem is not in your wallet or your bank account. Your biggest problem in between your ears. You will fix your money problems when you fix your other problems. Yeah, I get to understand it through some my own mistakes and pain, but actually all for good. So yeah, it's true. And one more favorite quote from him: all talk is just talk. It's just that talk. All the words written on these pages are just that, words. If you want things to get better, take action. Don't just talk about it. Don't just read it and think about it. Do it. So yeah, that was the quotes from this guy. So yeah, Larry Winget. I hope everyone have a good day, afternoon, or whenever you watch this, and yeah, have a good and productive day. God bless you.